Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? I haven't seen you guys. Well, I'm not seeing you anyway, but I haven't done a video in forever, and I thought that I would start back. I'm really trying hard to get in the routine of doing my blog on a consistent basis. I love to write, love to do videos, but you know, homeschooling 4 kids and working full time and blogging, and it just gets to be overwhelming. So today I wanted to share with you how I am getting stuff done. There is an awesome, I've kind of took two different ways of doing a to-do list and put them together, and it is working so fabulously well that I thought I would share it with you guys in hopes that it would help you as well. So the two different methods that I combined, one of them is called the strike through method, and I forget the guy that invented it, but you can search for it on YouTube. Strike through is the name of it. STRIKETHRU. And there's a notebook that's already made up. But I just went to Walmart and bought me just a cheap journal notebook because I wanted to see if it was going to work. And it does. It works well for me. But there's 4 basic sections to the journal that you divide up. I did not use the first section, which is the calendar section, because everything in here I'm freehand writing, and I have a separate calendar, monthly calendar, that I can't live without. So I did not put the calendar inside this book. But there is another section. It's called the live. Hold on a minute. I think it's the live list. Yes, the live list. And it should take up about 50% of your notebook. And I'll explain what these mean in just a minute. And then there is the vault. And it should take up about 40% of your notebook. And then the dump should take about 10% of your notebook. So that's the concepts that I've took from that, and I'll explain how all of them work in a minute. And then my actual way of writing them and highlighting them and stuff like that, I use 3 different types of pens. Well, 4. I don't have one of them pictured here. I'm not endorsing any certain brand. I'm not being paid to share this with y'all, but this is just my favorite pens. I love the Pentel RSVP Fine Tip. I love how it writes. And then I use a fine point Sharpie pen also because it doesn't bleed through on the pages. I use that to number the notebook. I'll explain that more in just a second. And then I use a highlighter and then just a regular Sharpie permanent marker. And I'll explain what each of these are for in just a minute. So once you've divided your notebook up, like I've said, the live list, I just wrote in here. I'm going to go back and do some decorative doodles on it. I marked it with a little piece of red washi on the side. It should take up about half of your notebook. And then that next section is the vault. I just put another different color of washi tape on it to mark it. The vault. And then the last section, again, about 10% of your notebook is the dump. And I just put a different color piece of washi tape. And again, I'm going to do some decorative doodling on it. But if you get a notebook that is not numbered, you need to go through the notebook and number all of the pages in order for this system to work. Okay, so the live list is going to be your active working daily to-do list. Like, this is not stuff, okay, in 10 months from now, I need to remember to do the beach house. I need to make a reservation for a hotel. You know, this is not 3 months from now, I want to get outside and do landscaping in my yard. This is stuff that needs to be done today, like today, tomorrow. This is active, live. This is what you've got to be working on. So how this works is on the, make sure you can see this, on the left hand side of the page, you make circles and you just go down through there and you number them as many tasks as you want to. My page, I left a line in between so that I can make notes, etc. So I could actually fit 13 on here. And then on the other side, I don't want you to see some of the stuff. It's got sensitive information. You make circles as well, and that's for you to prioritize the list. And then I use some different coding as well so that I can remember what errands need to be ran where. So you write down all of your events. This is stuff that I needed to get done today. Today I had 13, and then it carried over on the next page. I had 13, 14, 15, 16 things that I needed to get done today. So I wrote all of those things out with just my regular pen. I use that black Sharpie fine tip that I was talking about. It's a Sharpie pen to make the circles and the pages down at the bottom. And then I wrote with my actual ink pen what I wanted to get done. So example, I needed to put some money over into my savings account. I needed to go to Big Lots and pick up some stuff. I wanted to get my car tires aligned. I had to get my car oil changed. I needed to look up for some recipes. I had to pay a bill. I had to sew on my daddy's pants. I needed to go run another errand at the store. I needed to make some phone calls, blah, 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 blah. So I put everything on there that I needed to do today. Okay, and then I live kind of central to 2 different towns where I run errands, and some of the stuff that I can do in one, I cannot do in the other, so I have to actually drive there. So what I did was I needed to put the location. So I just put an F for the town that I needed to, and I know what that means. And then at the bottom, there's an S for the other towns that I needed to run to and do the other errands. That just keeps me sorted whenever I said, okay, I'm in this town. I need to look at all of the errands that have an F beside of them so that I can take care of those while I was up here. So how the process works, and this part of the system where I said I combined 2 different systems is from Becky Higgins. She's a Project Life creator, but she also does some various notebooks where she talks about using these pens in this particular system to keep you focused. So a lot of people would say, okay, there is absolutely no way that I could get 17 things done today. And that is the beauty of this system. Let's say I put all these things on here and my day went to pot and I didn't get any of them done. So you will move it from the live active section over to the vault section for you to take care of another day. But hold on, let me back up. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I picked 3 things. I get really overwhelmed really easy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got so much to do. I said, okay, I can do 3 things. I want to focus on 3 things. If I get nothing else done today, I need to get them 3 things done. So you take your highlighter and you highlight the next 3 things on your list that you need to get done. And that's what you're going to focus on. So this morning, and I also, those circles in the other side that I told you about, that's for you to pry towards. I can't talk today, I swear. Prioritize the order that you want to do things. So, for example, I needed to go to the bank and withdraw some money. Then I needed to go pay a bill. Then I needed to go pick up something at the store. And then I needed to go get my car serviced. Get my oil changed and my tires aligned on my car. So I put them in order. Okay, I need to do the money first. I need to go pay the bill second. Da, da, da. So then when I'm pulling out in my car, I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the order I need to do it. So I'm not running here and then back here and then back here and wasting gas in my car. So I went to the bank first and withdrew the money. And I'm sorry that the phone is shaking. I'm sitting here holding it with my hand. I'll sit it on my couch. So once I completed that task, I took my permanent Sharpie marker and I just crossed it out. It's done. And then I went to the second one. I had to go pay a bill. Crossed it off. Then to my third one, and I crossed it off. Once I got those 3 items done that I had highlighted, I picked 3 more that I wanted to do. And it has gone really, really relatively fast. Let me cover this stuff up right here. It's gone really fast over the stuff that I needed to get done. And like, I did not get my tires aligned today, so I just drew a line through that and I put moved to vault. So that's going to go to this next section of the notebook, okay? So anything like my day changed, my priorities of the day changed, I said, okay, look, I don't have time to get my car tires aligned today. I don't feel like doing it. I moved it over to the vault so that I can go back through that list and remember, hey, I need to put on my daily to-do list of a different day that I need to get my tires aligned and some new tires. So after I go through and I get this stuff done, like I said, working in 3s. I get them 3 things done. I highlight another 3 that I want to focus on. The beauty of it is you just mark it off. If you do not get done to it today and you think, I have got to do it tomorrow, just leave it on your live list. I knew that I did not have to get my tires aligned tomorrow. So that's why I moved it to the next section of the notebook, which is called the vault. And the vault is where you want to put all of your to-do, like, you know, I need to do this and this and this and this and this, but I don't have to do it today or tomorrow. This is just stuff that I want to get done. I need to get it out of my head so that I don't forget about it. I don't know about y'all, but I stress out thinking, oh, I'm going to forget about it. So I sit and say, okay, you got to remember to, you got to remember to, you got to remember to, and I stress myself out. So writing it down gets it out of your head. The beauty of this also is that you can create lists. So I created this list. It says random things to buy. I numbered the page like I still did, and I put the square on this side. Okay, the square is a way that you can mark the top of your list so you know at a glance when you're flipping through your pages what that list is in reference to. So the random things to buy has an S in the square, and then I have this thing right here. Anything that has an S in it, I know is about shopping. So if I wanted to start a list on here about things that I wanted to remember to pick up at Target or stuff that I wanted to remember to pick up specifically when I was at Walmart, I could create a list for each of those things and just write it down. So the next time I go to that store, I can say, hey, I've got a list here that I know things that I have to get while I'm in this store. So you don't ever forget. The other sections I'll go ahead and show you. Like I did a housework one with an H, my job task with a J and a $sign, a bill list with dollars, and then each of my kids have their own separate coding system because I write things on there like I need to pick up pants for Justin, I need to pick up socks for Bella, I need, so that I can remember that I need to do those things. So that's how that works. But the beauty of this system is, let me just show you this. You also can make a miscellaneous to-do list. So like, let me mark this out right here. So this just says miscellaneous to do, and it's the same exact concept. Your number on one side. List any and every task that you can think of that needs to be done. And then like at night when I'm planning my sections of what I want to do for the next day, I say, okay, let me go over here to my vault and look at these lists really quick and see if there's anything that I'm going to have time to take care of tomorrow or I can take care of while I'm taking care of something else. So it may come up like, okay, my son gets sick tonight. Lord forbid. Please, Lord, don't let that happen. And I need to take him to the doctor in the morning. So that's an unexpected trip to town. So then I can come back and flip through these lists and say, okay, I'm going to town. I'm going to be near this store and this store. Is there anything that I can pick up while I'm there? Or this bill location is next to where I'm going. Is there a bill there that's coming up due that I just need to take care of while I'm out in town? So it keeps everything out of here so you're not stressed about forgetting it and on paper, but also you review this often. Minimum for your vault section is once a week. But I just sit down, like for instance, I've got 3 work products that are due tomorrow, so I'm not going to be running errands tomorrow. I'm going to be home working, trying to get those products done. So I may be able to take care of some phone calls in that time. So tonight when I sit down, I will put on my active list, I got to do this task, and this task for work. That's my big 3 things. But is there anything else that I may could take care of? Is there an online bill payment that I could take care of in here? Is there a phone call that I could take care of? Is there a recipe that I need to look up? So that I can make sure I'm making the best of my time. Because I don't know about y'all, I'm really bad to procrastinate and put things the last minute, and then I'm stressed out about doing it. But this way, like for instance, my sister-in-law, we get together for Easter. And so she texted me yesterday. She said, could you bring some cookies for the get-together? Well, Easter is still 2 weeks away. But I went ahead and put that on today's task list in my live list. And I have actually already looked up what cookie recipes that I'm going to make. So tonight when I'm reviewing this list of stuff, I'll go ahead and make out my grocery list that I need to bake those cookies and put it over on that thing, on that list that when I go to that store. Okay, last, my husband's pulling the driveway. I gotta hurry. The dump is basically any and every, like, I've just got this idea and I want to think about it later, but it really don't need to go on a task list yet. Like, I want to look up plans about my flower gardens. I would just put that in the brain dump so that I can remember that I want to go back and look that up later. So, I hope this helps you. Oh, also really quick, why do you do these tasks and number them? Because let's say I have got a bill due. Let me go back here to this list. I've got my vehicle taxes that I've got to pay, and it is due on May the 1st. So what I would do is I would go in my calendar, instead of writing on my monthly calendar where people can see all my stuff, I would just put 85, because that's the page number it's on, 85 dash, and this will have a 1 in it. So it would be the first task. So I would go on May the 1st, and I would write simply, I wouldn't write car taxes in the amount on my calendar because my monthly calendar people is going to see. I would just put 85 for the bottom page number, dash 1, because I needed to make sure that I do on page 85 task 1 that day. It's due that day. So yeah, it makes it really simple. So now I don't have private information just lurking around too for people to see and when I'm scheduling appointments and stuff. So anyway, I hope this helps you. If you try it and it works, let me know. I've tried bullet journals and planners and stuff, but if I don't get it done on that day, I have to keep rewriting it, and that just bothers me. It's on my nerves. This way I have flexibility. It's just there. When it's done, I cross it off, and I like it though. It's working really well. I have got all of these tasks done today, and I think I had maybe 3 left that I still needed to take care of. So I got a lot done today, and the day is still young. So let me know what you think about this. Again, this is kind of the strike through and some tips from Becky Higgins that I put together in my own system. So hope you have a great day, and hope that it keeps you organized a little bit to get your tasks done. Till next time.